Hey there, Teresa here, back today, continuing this conversation of unblocking your money flow. When women, the people I work with, come to me, even people I don't work with, but I mention this idea of unblocking your money flow, what most people equate that with is, oh, more money coming in. That's going to help me make more money. That's not what it's about at all. And in fact, more money may actually block your flow more than you realize. Unblocking your money flow is about more than just how much money's coming in. Okay? It's about you, me, experiencing a relationship with money that where there's joy and there's freedom and there's fulfillment, as in we have this sense of being filled. Unblocking our money flow is so that our relationship with money and the amount of money we have supports us to live our lives and move through our lives with greater ease. And that's not only a function of how much money you make, or if you could just make more money, then that would happen. So it's getting a little chilly here in Wisconsin, but I still sometimes like to sneak in a bike ride. And the other day, I went out to hop on my bike. It had been a while. And lo and behold, the front tire I could tell it was flat. So I got the pump out and I started pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping more air into the tire. And then I got on my bike and I went off on a bike ride. Now, this didn't happen, but it could have. Let's say I went out my driveway, went maybe a tenth to a quarter mile down our country road, and I was suddenly like pedaling really, really hard. It was like, whoa, I'm out of shape here. And I look down and I can see that same front tire is flat again. So I hop off the bike and I walk it back to our barn and I grab the pump again, thinking, oh, I guess I need to pump more air in. So I pump and I pump and I pump and I pump, and then I think it's got enough. It's like, oh no, let's pump a little bit more air in. Hop on the bike, go off on my ride, same thing happens. So I walk my bike back to the barn, and I think, well, I guess I just have to pump harder and faster. So now I'm pumping, 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 pumping. Whoops, I even knocked the picture over. Pumping, 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 pumping. And then I get on my bike and I go biking down the road and the same thing happens. I'm guessing that right about now you're wanting to tell me what I'm telling you. Teresa, it's not about pumping more air in harder or faster. It's that you know, as I know, that there's a leak someplace in that tire. And so I can keep pumping more and more air in. That tire is never going to be able to support me to go on the ride I want to go on my bike until I begin to find the leak, address the leaks, patch the leaks. And the same is true for you, for me, when it comes to what prevents us from experiencing that flow, from having a relationship with money that supports us to take the ride in life that we want, that we were actually born to take. It's not just about how much money. It's about how you and I use the money we have. Do we really use whatever amount that is, large or small? Do we use it in ways that really support us, that create joy and life and health and well-being? Or do we have money leaks, impulsive spending, fear-based spending, peer pressure spending, want to look good spending, don't want anybody to think I'm cheap spending, should do this, should do that spending? As when we have those leaks, we can have lots of money flowing in, but we're not going to experience that fullness, that abundance that we want, nor will we be able to share of the abundance, the money we've received, so as to support life and well-being in the world around us and participate in a bigger flow. than just what we create ourselves. Unblocking your money flow, a big part of that is how you use whatever amount of money you have. Does it give you that fullness? Does it give you flow? Or does your flow peter out because it's going out all the leaks? If life is getting harder and harder and harder, and you think it's because of the money, and you think if I could just make more money, that's going to fix it. Maybe not, my friends. Let me know what this activated in you. It might have had an awareness. It may have you feel a little resistant. Maybe it was an aha. Maybe something else. Maybe a question. I'd love to hear. Please share them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And if you don't want to share them publicly in the comments, then messenger me in Facebook, DM me. And I'm going to be back next week with a few more videos on this whole idea of unblocking your money flow. Why? Because I think it's an important conversation. And secondly, starting October 12th, I'm offering my next session of a 6-week program called Unblock Your Money Flow, the Activation Program. And if these videos are resonating with you, you might want to stay tuned next week for details on that and the special offer I'm going to be offering for this October session. Alrighty, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.